Hello everyone. So today in this video we will discuss recognizing the insider threats. So insider threats is a types of hackers. So these are the types of hackers which are grown in the inside of the organization. So it's a growing cybersecurity challenge in our everyday life because every organization having some insider threats. With these insider threats, so there is some information leakage are there and some of the servers has been hacked. So these are the things that's going on in organizations nowadays. So insider threats are also are growing concern for organization of all sizes, posing a significant risk to our sensitive data and critical infrastructure. So first one, so you have to understand what are the insider threats landscape we are having. So first thing, we are having internal factors. So based upon the internal factors, and based upon the external factors. First, we will see this internal factors. So, insider threats can stem from various internal issues. For example, it is granted employee is there in a organization. They might intentionally sabotage systems or steal data due to perceived injustice. So, some of the frustrated employees will be there, or some of the people will be there. So, they will steal the data because of the some injustice happened in the organization, and some of the people due to negligence such as leaving a computer unlocked or failing it to update the softwares and also create vulnerabilities. A lack of security awareness among the employees can lead to the accidental breaches like clicking on malicious link in the phishing emails. So these are the things that's happening in the inside of a organization. So probably most of the insider threats are the frustrated people, like who don't get the bit of hikes and all, or some of the people like they don't know about what is the value information that they are having. So they leave their laptops or computers with unlocked. So we can't trust the people. So is there any malicious person beside of you, not next to you? So they can steal information from your computer. So these are the internal factors we are having, and the external factors we are having is. So external forces also exploit weaknesses within an organization. So within the organization, it means they are exploiting the service of like so there is a one employee in the organization. They're exploiting their own vulnerabilities. Hackers might gain access to by stealing, purchasing employee credentials from the dark web. So from the dark web, we can steal the passwords, I mean credentials, and or we can purchase the credentials. Social engineering, such as convincing the people or an employee to reveal the password through deceptive tactics, is another common method. Social engineering is a major one, like if you want to deploy any malicious software or if you want to gather any information, this is a major one you need to perform in the ethical hacking. So targeted phishing campaigns crafted to appear legitimate can trick employees into downloading the malware or revealing sensitive information. So the phishing emails look like there is an update for your operating system. You just need to download this one and install it. Then we can patch all the vulnerabilities. So the employee might think it's a legitimate one. So we are getting this one from a brand from of like for example Microsoft or Windows. We are getting this one. So we need to download it and we have to update it. So this is called a social engineering, manipulating the people to download unintentional files or malicious files. So what is insider threats? So what type of threats we are having? Authorized insiders with a authorized access. So first one, like who is having this insider access? So first one is a employees, former employees, third party vendors. So recently we have seen that like the former employee of the Google has hacked some of the servers and they crashed all the servers. Okay, so those are called former employees, and the employees like they are working for a full-time, part-time contractors, temporary staff with a legitimate access to the company systems. Everyone comes under the employees, so they can have access to everything. So if they want, they can perform everything. Like if you want, they can find vulnerabilities, they can exploit it. Former employees, individual with prior access to sensitive information who may retain a knowledge or unauthorized access. Suppose you give an access to a person and they are relieved from the company, you forgot to take all the access from that person, so they can still have the access to the organization. They can download the data, they can access the information, everything. So what they can do, they will sell that data in the black net or they can exploit the systems within the organization. third-party vendors are external organization and individual persons with a privileged access to company data or systems. So those are called third-party vendors. So next one, insider threat patterns, behaviors, and technical indicators. Like so, how to identify what is the patterns will be there of insider threat. So first one, a person like who is performing insider threats and all things. So abnormal access patterns, which means like they regularly access some sensitive files and all these unusual data downloads, regularly downloading the sensitive or confidential files from the servers and all things. And unauthorized system modification, like changing the file permissions or privilege escalation. These are the things. Or the next one is escalating privileges, suspicious login attempts, and bypassing the security controls. Unusual communication patterns, increased external contacts, and suspicious network activity. So these are the behaviors and the technical indicators of a insider threat. So next one, what are the high risk industries and advantages of insider threats? So first one is a healthcare. So first one is a healthcare. So we can access the patient information, regulatory compliance challenges. And the next one, finance. So can get a credit card details or debit card details, a PAN card, Aadhaar card, everything you'll get. And the NGO. National security risk, espionage and data leaks will be there. So every information will be there in the government organization only. So these are the main targets for insider threats. So identify different types of insider threats. First one is a malicious insiders. So individuals with intent to harm the organization or gain personal benefit, like if they want any money, or if someone blame them with their it's not their mistakes. So these are the things, and the legit negligent insiders. So these insiders are individuals who unintentionally expose sensitive data due to carelessness or lack of awareness of the information. And the compromised insiders, individual who accounts or devices has been compromised, leading to unauthorized access. So like this, we can find the insider threats. So detecting and monitoring the insider threats, analytic and threat model. So first, what you need to do is user activity monitoring. So we have to track user actions like login, and how many times they're logging, data access patterns, everything. Data loss prevention. So we need to have a backup for this one, implementing tools to identify and block sensitive data from leaving the organization. The next one, security information and event management, SIM department. Last one, threat modeling. So we have to identify the potential threats, vulnerabilities, and attack vectors within the organization so that we can patch everything. So preventing insider threats. So these are some best practices for the access controls and data protection. So first one is a least privilege. So we have to give a least privilege to each and every person, granting users only the access they need to perform their duties. So next one, multi-factor authentication. If they are downloading any sensitive files or accessing any sensitive files, they require a multi-factor authentication from the managers level, these things. And the data encryption, protecting sensitive data and transmit and at rest. Regular security awareness. So educating employees on cybersecurity best practices and insider cyber threats. Insider threat response and management. So first one, detection, investigation, containment, recovery. So these are the four steps of threat response and manage incident management. So cultivating a security aware culture, like employee training is the best thing for the this insider threats, and we need to identify the persons with a malicious thinking. So these are the things of malicious insider threats, and we have discussed what are the types of insider threats we are having, how they are rising, how they gather the information and all things. So thank you.